guys, welcome back to the We'll Figure It Out podcast.
I'm Coral.
I'm Emma.
And we're...
Today we're talking about things that we hate. We are trash talking, dare I say. Stay tuned. On the list that we have today is those crazy ass dystopian NPC live streams. I have one on my mind that I can think of because Coral likes Star Wars. I know this dude that does Anakin. And it's so odd because he's standing in like the parking lot of a gas station. And he does it at the same time every day. The sun's setting behind him, cars driving by, and he's just, I don't even know, I couldn't
He's
even.
dancing around. He's doing his thing.
He does like Anakin
Thanks for the
emotes. No, he does like Anakin emotes. Let's see if I can find.
Any more people talking about my yeah.
My God.
It's cowboy time.
He's in his bag more than we are.
Person to ask. Somebody told me yesterday about young people who are saying that they identify as a furry. What is a furry?
You look like the right person to ask.
We should talk while we're dressed up like this.
You know, I was gonna say that I was like furry, and then I was like looked at you. What other NPCs have I seen? Thank you for the rose.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you, Jackie. Gang gang. Gang gang. Gang gang. Oh, special. Gang gang. Perfume. Gang gang. Gang gang. Balloon.
Gang, 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 gang,
Gang gang. Gang gang.
I love the
When I first came across that, I genuinely was so confused. I was like, I have absolutely no idea what is going on right now.
Yeah.
None. I was like, I thought I was the first person to ever see this. This man, or this human, is creative, but maybe has some issues. And then I saw more, and I was low-key appalled. Like, when it first was in the rise, it was a while ago. When it was first in the rise, every single live stream that I scrolled by was like an NPC.
Yeah. And I never watched live streams, but when they would pop up on my For You page, I'd be like, oh, what is that?
Yeah, I swear to God, every single live stream that would show up on my feed was.
Yep. They make me so uncomfortable.
And yeah, I just like, how long do they sit there?
I know. How does it end? Like, where do they end?
Right? Do they break character?
Yeah.
Are they like, thank you for the rose? Okay, guys, I actually have to go eat dinner. I should probably look up how much they make.
Yeah,
and see if it's lucrative.
Because
or
I
not.
want to know how much people actually make off of those TikTok gifts.
The top NPC streamers can earn thousands of dollars per day from their live streams. What are we doing?
Recently on TikTok, I saw a video that said Vogue is having a featured section of AI models. So next to Anne Hathaway is going to be a AI model, and they look damn realistic.
Yeah, I did go on a deep dive. That's in like a store.
Yeah.
I did go on a deep dive a little bit. I didn't do anything on the Google, which I probably should do right now.
I just think it's so interesting that we're creating these campaigns about AI, because now it's just one page, and eventually it is going to take over possibly the entire magazine.
It might. The reaction that Vogue has gotten from the generation that honestly matters most when it comes to influence and media is us. It's not been a good reaction.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe it would be more impactful or more lasting if we were like, fuck yeah, this is so dope, because no one really cares what anyone thinks besides the young generation. I don't mean to be egocentric. It's just like, scientifically, historically, we create the language, we create the media, we create the trends. Teenage girls create the trends. People listen to what we do. People change their dialect based on how we speak. That's just like, it's proof. Like, it's historically like proved. I was reading this paper and it was like teenage girls create the trends, or like teenage girls are like the trendsetters, and I was like, nah, because like no one gives a fuck about us. We're like the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Yet we are the ones that people listen to. We are the ones that are, and it's crazy. I do think there's a part of me that's like, yeah, AI is gonna take over, but why would they do that if we're going to protest that?
Yeah.
Like, ultimately, yeah, it might be cheaper for them, but
Do they?
no one's going to buy it anymore. It doesn't matter if it's cheaper if no one's consuming their shit anymore.
And just to hear that there is a possibility that AI has a chance to even step foot on that creative path, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. And maybe, even though we see that it's getting hate, maybe a lot of people are for it and they're supportive because it could be more risky. They can take more chances with the photography, but
Yeah, you're so right. I do feel like that's a good point because I do feel like there's a route with AI where it is a tool. I do feel like AI is a great like catch-all thing. Like you can do so much with it.
Yeah.
And I do see where you're coming from where artists would think that this is a beneficial thing to them because there are no rules.
exactly.
But then like we know that's wrong, right? We all know that's wrong. We know that losing our creative vision from ourselves is wrong, right? Like, we need to be creating artwork that takes effort. We don't need to be taking the easy way out, especially not with art. When we lose our dedication and our commitment and our effort when it comes to our artwork, we're fucking done. Like, that, we need to have, like, pride in ourselves and what we do. Like, rewarding emotions come from when you do something difficult.
Delayed gratification.
Delayed gratification,
Yeah.
yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. There's nothing worthwhile when we take the easy way out. Like that's not sustainable either. But I
Yeah.
do understand what we were talking about. I do think people would be like, oh my god, I can get this assignment done super quickly.
Exactly. Like, there's a weighing of it's easy and people are gonna like that aspect, but also we need to have art.
But these models, not even models, these fake people. I watched this podcast. I watched Brittany Broski's podcast, the Labubu's Aren't Real podcast. Not about Labubus at all. Really profound, really great work she did there. She's ranting about how fake social media is. I cannot stress enough how made up and fabricated social media is. Nothing you see is real. And you know that because you're editing your photos. You know that because you are putting so much thought into how you present on your Instagram feed, on your Twitter, on your TikTok. You're self-conscious about the TikToks you post. You have your shit in your drafts. You know that. We all know that. Fucking social media is not real in any extent, okay? And it's so hard for me because I follow this girl, I've talked about her before, who travels the world and posts about it, and it's so hard for me not to compare my life to her and to see all these amazing things that she posts. She posts like maybe a few ones that are like, oh, this bad thing happened to me, or this is kind of inconvenient, but most of the shit she posts, like everyone else, is good and is influential and is follow me, this is super cool, you should be like me. It's just really hard not to like look at what she posts and compare my life to her. But we are completely different people on completely different paths, and what she posts is not the reality of her life.
Exactly.
It's what she wants us to see, which is not fair of me to criticize her because we're all doing that. We all do that. Brittany Broski was admittedly saying, I have to pay my bills, I have to put ads in here, I have to influence you, I have to say these things, I have to do this in order to make a living on what I do, which is like, you know, admirable, and I hate that it has to be that way. That is just the way that consumerism is set up.
Yep.
But it's not fucking real. And so when I see things like, there's these ads in stores, and they're these like full wall size pictures of these AI models, and they're not like regular people. Like, I'd be okay with it if I looked at that person and I was like, wow, she's like a regular Joe.
Yeah.
Like that could be someone I saw walking down the street. No, these are like they took a quiz, or like they put information into this fucking AI and they were like, put every single idealistic
Standard.
physical trait and put it into one person, and that is exactly what these.
Exactly. That's like, oh my god, just so unrealistic, and I feel like they're just gonna take that and run with it because they can. They don't have to find that person. They just can.
Because
you know?
we like looking at pretty people.
Exactly.
Like, that's why they do it. We like attractive people. Attractive people sell. Sex sells. Women sell. Like, that's why they do it. I can't blame them. I understand why they do it. But when you make a goddess-looking person, fake, by the way, this isn't a person, a goddess-looking fabrication, and you put it in a store and you don't say anything, it's not evident this is fake, you are putting ideas into young children, because this is like an Abercrombie or a PacSun. You're putting these ideologies into teenage girls, the most susceptible to body image issues, and you're saying, you don't look like that. This is a real person. She looks like this. She's modeling for us. You don't look like that, and you never will. You know why? Because it's fucking fake.
Exactly.
And it's
robot.
infuriating that we still have that in our society. It's infuriating that that's still a standard. Like, I'm in my own little woke bubble where I'm like, I have my own ideologies, I have my own things that I consume, my own thoughts that I have, and it's not that. And so when I see shit like that in the world, and it's still occurring, and it's still being created, like, this is a new thing, this isn't some old thing, this is like happening currently.
Yeah.
And it's
been happening.
it's just baffling to me that we're still keeping the same ideologies with these incredibly beneficial technology instead of using it for good or using
Exactly.
it for I don't know, whatever the fuck you could find love in your heart, fucking AI people. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna tell you to do your job, but I know damn well, and you know damn well that is old
Exactly.
and damaging. Get with the times.
Yep.
People don't like it. Feeding off of the sex cells. I know this is a little bit of a dated topic, but the Sabrina Carpenter Man-Child album cover was around a while ago. Not really anymore because we've kind of moved on. The media moves so fucking fast. It's so hard to keep up. I at first had a problem with it. I was on the side of, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
I saw it because Sabrina Carpenter, she's been a sex symbol. She knows that. She's been doing the Juno poses. I'm not slut shaming her. I'm just saying, like, that's the image that she puts out. Plain and simple, that's the image she puts out. She wears revealing costumes, as all pop stars do, but that's just how it is. If you didn't want to, you wouldn't, and they do.
Exactly.
That's what she promotes. And so when she put out an album cover that was her on her hands and knees, hair in the hand of a man, I just kind of had I was just taken aback.
Yeah.
I'm not one to concern myself with the media too much. When I saw it, I just kind of felt gross. I felt like, what is this? Like, what does this mean? Why would she post this? What is, like, her...
It is setting women back.
Right? I was like, this is just, like, just weird. That's how I felt. It made me feel gross. And so I thought to myself, and I was like, this is, like... I just couldn't wrap my head around why she would do that. I couldn't see the vision here. And there are people arguing, oh, it's like a joke, it's like satire, it's like funny. But I don't feel like...
When you have that much impact in the media, how much satire can you
Right?
do?
Can it even be satire?
Exactly.
Can you
That-
even have satire?
That's... It literally spiked immediately. The second she posted it, it was like, boom.
And then there's another argument that was like, maybe that's exactly what she wanted to do. She's posting this thing that'll get our attention. We're talking about it. We're talking about it. We're talking about it. I'm not even up to date with Sabrina Carpenter, but the fact that she posted that and people were talking about it, I know about her new album. I don't understand the satire, but I understand the metaphor. Like, if she's being dragged around by men, she's being mistreated by men, and so I can understand that perspective, and I hope that we get that from her album, because if she doesn't address that and she doesn't have songs to back up that album cover, I'm gonna have to be left with the fact that she got on her hands and knees for a man and was grabbed by the hair and put that on her album cover.
Exactly.
So maybe it was a metaphor. Maybe it was a metaphor for her shitty relationships. And also another claim people were making is Sabrina Carpenter hasn't been outwardly political in her media presence. She hasn't been a person to speak about things like that in a way where her making a satirical album cover would make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, she's not that way. She's a fun pop star. And listen, I'm not limiting Sabrina Carpenter as a person. I'm limiting her as an artist.
Yeah.
I do believe that Sabrina Carpenter is brilliant and has thought that she puts into her shit. I was an OG Sabrina Carpenter listener. I listened to Thumbs. I listened to Can't Blame a Girl for Trying. I was like, when she was 16, I was listening to her music.
Yeah.
I have been listening to her for years. Those songs show that she has intelligence. She has thought that she puts into things, and she understands how the world works, and she understands herself and her place in the world. And I'm not limiting her as a person. I'm just
Come on.
critiquing her path a little bit.
We'll get back to you when the album comes out and we listen to it, and hopefully it makes up for it.
Yeah. No, I'm not hating on her as a person. I'm just because that would be wrong. That'd be fucked up. Speaking of sex cells, the Sydney Sweeney ad that came out recently, the Dr. Squatch one, first of all, that one was so...
That was crazy!
I thought that was a joke. I thought that was fake. That ad was so weird and unreal that I thought it was fake. I thought someone had just made that to be funny. And then I was honestly kind of gagged when I saw that it was a real thing that was put out.
Body wash, Genie.
Let's face it, guys only want one thing.
Wish I had something natural instead of this synthetic body wash. Sydney Sweeney, body wash, Genie?
Dr. Squatch Natural Body Wash for Men. They're tired of smelling thirsty.
Sydney Sweeney. Holy coconuts, it even smells natural.
And it's much
Holy coconuts? Okay.
I wish I could have something more natural than synthetic.
The day, there's
Definitely
been a packed up in a natural one with the boys.
Sydney Sweeney!
Oh my god, her boobs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Squash
I
body wash. For men who prefer natural.
To me, women are innocent until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to me that we're still in a place where women want to put
Appeal to
themselves
men.
out there. Like, it's just like. But I just like, if I was a celebrity and I was, and this is hard for me to say because I have no idea what I would do if I was in that position, but I would like to think if I was a celebrity and my career was falling off the wheel a little bit, I would like to think that I wouldn't fall to that trope of I need to put myself on an ad and act all sexy for people to see me as relevant again.
Yep.
Because that is feeding into an ideology that is so harmful and so dated and so beyond me that it's baffling to me that women still find that okay and they're still
Exactly.
not self-aware enough, still not societally aware enough that what they're doing is harmful and limiting.
Because you have that power. You are in the media. You have that power to
Exactly.
show. You have it. And you're...
We can be kind and understanding all we want, but when you put yourself in the media like that, you are taking on a very large responsibility. And when you choose to present yourself in a certain way, which you mindfully do,
Yep.
it is only fair that we criticize that and we advocate for the fact that you have so much privilege and you're
Exactly.
using that for not good.
People follow you. It's important what you put out, and it's important that, of course, we cannot control what you do, and if what you're doing makes yourself happy, do it.
Yeah, that's
But
what matters. But
that is what
ultimately,
matters.
you're in the media, so you're going to have to. Yeah, in a perfect world, in a perfect society, what you do and what makes you the most happiest is what you should be doing. But when you are in the media, I do feel like you have to make some sacrifices.
Exactly. It's important to be mindful in what you do.
As rewarding and liberating as being a celebrity and being an actor can be, you do have to make hard decisions and you do have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what kind of image am I putting out? You take that
Exactly.
responsibility on. And that's hard and it's not easy and you're seen as more than human. You're seen as this perfect being and you're criticized so heavily. We are perfect examples of that. We're talking about a woman, we have no idea her story. We have no idea what she's going through. But at the same time, that really is kind of irrelevant when you're making ads like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of irrelevant when we are actively fighting sexism and the patriarchy and ideologies that are limiting towards women, and then you're going out there and you're making ads like that.
Yep. With all due respect. But next ad, the Sydney Sweeney X American Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That look amazing. I'm gonna need to do that.
It's so awkward.
It is. It's weird. It's like terrible. This writing is terrible.
Stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has her jeans.
You see what I did there, right?
No.
That's like so clever. I'm not saying that to her. I'm saying that to whoever the fuck told her to say that.
Yeah.
That is terrible. That's a terrible ad. I saw that and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not even listening to what you're saying as I'm focusing on how fucking awkward and terrible this is. Okay, I have to find it in my heart because I kind of feel kind of gross talking about women like this
I agree.
from a woman, just as a woman I feel kind of gross about it. From a like advocating standpoint, I'm like
Hell yeah.
this is like, I mean, like, it's okay for me to speak out about how I feel, but at the same time, I don't want it to seem like I'm a woman hater and like I'm slut shaming her.
I want to know why. I just want to know why she's doing it. Why is it formatted this way? Why is this happening, you know?
And I know she's a pawn. I know she's a pawn of her manager and the people she's under and the people that pay her. I know that she's being told to do these things.
Yeah.
And I understand the pressure that women are under when it comes to society and looking beautiful and staying relevant. You need to be sexy. You need to be beautiful to stay relevant in today's media. And so it's so incredibly difficult to be more than what you are in today's society without making ads like that. And so shame on society. But
They don't
also
really look at the talent. They look at...
no, they don't. They look at Sydney Sweeney's tits in an American Eagle jean ad. Don't blame her entirely. This is not all her fault. This is largely society's issue.
Yeah.
On top of the people are claiming it's eugenics. It's like advocating for eugenics. Let me give you a definition.
Yeah.
The study of how to arrange reproduction within a human population to increase the occurrence of heritable characteristics regarded as desirable.
What?
So, like, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. She's white, blue-eyed, big tits. So you would want to mate with Sydney Sweeney, and then you would want Sydney Sweeney to mate with someone who's tall, white, blue-eyed, so that they would have tall, white, blue-eyed children.
Oh.
Developed largely by Sir Francis Galton as the method of improving the human race, eugenics was increasingly discredited as unscientific and racially biased during the 20th century, especially after the adoption of the doctrines by the Nazis in order to justify the treatment of the Jews, disabled people, and other minority groups. That's why people have a problem with it, because it's motivated. It's racially motivated.
Yeah.
It's discriminatory. It's insane. That's what it is. It's insane.
Yeah.
Speaking of hating on women, I find it difficult to draw the line between being woke and blurring the lines between conservative and liberal.
Yeah.
Are we so far left in our ideologies and in our criticisms that we're basically full circle to conservatism? Are we so far left that we're right? Because I find it, one of the counter arguments to Sabrina Carpenter's album cover was, who the fuck cares?
Yep.
Why the fuck are we criticizing this? And what really got me, why the fuck are we criticizing this woman so much on her album cover? She has the right autonomy to do that. She has the autonomy to do that. She has the authority, the whatever. We did not criticize Party Next Door.
Yeah.
For his...
Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Not a single fucking person that I saw. I didn't make the fucking media like Sabrina Carpenter's album cover did.
Exactly.
No one criticized Party Next Door with this fucking ass
All they
out.
said was, oh, it's crazy. Oh, it's crazy. Oh. Swept under the rug.
No one criticized that. And Sabrina Carpenter goes out here and posts not even remotely the same fucking thing at all. Nothing revealing. Nothing. Literally, this is a girl's ass. They're mid-inter. That's crazy.
He is giving her back shots.
That's crazy. And no one said anything. And we're out here criticizing Sabrina Carpenter like she fucking shot the Pope.
Yep.
Like, why does that matter? Why are we looking at this so much? Like, honestly, and then I answered and I was like, it's setting women back and it's limiting and it's like putting this ideology in her head. And then someone, I don't know, fucking put something out there into the universe and was like, well, that's honestly feminism.
Yeah.
Letting Sabrina Carpenter put shit like that out there when she wants to, putting her own shit out there, sexualizing herself, putting her own personal journey onto the internet like that is her own choice, and that is feminism. Letting her do that and not judging her and not putting her in this fucking box like she doesn't know what she's doing. We are being what we hate. Criticizing these women for the choices they're making is exactly what we're fighting against. And I know there is a fine line between harmful and empowering, but we are not the ones to make that decision.
Exactly.
We are just not. We do not have the full story, and that decision and that line is made within that person. And it's hateful and it's limiting when we look at someone like Sydney Sweeney, which I'm guilty of. I just yapped about that for a minute, and I say she's setting women back. She's stupid. She's sexualizing herself. She's setting an unrealistic standard, which she probably is, but at the same time, she's also human and has the full autonomy to do so. And maybe she's having fun on these campaigns.
Exactly.
Maybe she's having fun doing this, and maybe this is empowering to her, and that's what matters.
Is what is for to you.
Right, and where we go wrong, I think, where we go wrong when we look at these things in the media, it's only women, by the way. No one is ever criticizing men like this. I've never seen a single thing a man has done criticized the way these things are being criticized, and it's kind of eye-opening to me because I'm part of the problem. I'm seeing these things, and I'm seeing this outrage, and I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy.
I'm like an old person.
Right? And I'm not even being mindful of the fact that I'm falling into this fucking ideology.
Another thing is the Sabrina Carpenter thing the Sydney Sweeney little scandal has made it so huge that J.D. Vance, our vice president, is covering it. Why does it matter to you? So many of these things have happened, such as the Party Next Door album cover. Nobody covered that. That was 10 seconds of the media, fell down. Now this has made it to the White House. Why does it matter?
Oh my god, we will stay criticizing women's body. We will stay policing women's bodies. You're so fucking right. We should be outraged, and I'm part of the problem. I know. I have my own opinions, but I do feel like it matters that we're sitting here and we're being like, you need to mind your fucking business.
Exactly. It matters that we empower women, but we help each other to do it in the right direction.
Right? Like,
and
be
we
kind.
all have we all have our own definitions, but it's important as women that we stay women together.
Right? Patriarchy has weaved its fingers so tightly into our society that women are hating on women.
Exactly.
Women are against women. And that's a problem I have. How are we so, and I'm not even mindful of it. It scared me so bad. It was like a slap in the face when that person was like, you fucking Gen Z are so far left, you're basically right.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh my god, you're right. Woke culture has rotted my brain to think that I have any fucking right to say what anyone does with their body. And I'm like that. I'm not that type of person. I'm fucking pro-choice all the way through. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at Sydney Sweeney and Sabrina Carpenter and I'm saying, why are you doing that?
It's
I don't know.
contradictory.
None of my fucking business.
Yeah.
When we start trusting women and we start letting them do what the fuck they want and we start minding our businesses and we start seeing them as human beings, because men are in Calvin Klein ads. Yeah, we talked about
Okay, no, yep.
To be fair, that Aaron Taylor Johnson ad was for Calvin Klein, so he is promoting an underwear brand. I do feel like if Sydney Sweeney were to do that, we would feel hateful towards it.
Yeah.
If Sydney Sweeney were to go out there and do a Calvin Klein ad, maybe she has, we would be like
slut-shaming her.
We would be slut-shaming. We would be yeah. And people ate up the Aaron Taylor Johnson fucking ad. I did. Oh my god. We're the problem.
We're pissing the things together. We're like, yes.
Right? No, I really
Yes.
am. That moment in my life where I was like, I am verging on being conservative was a scary time for me, and I really am trying to do my best to work my way back to who the fuck cares.
But I think it's also important that I don't know, I feel like that's just human, to be passionate and to almost kind of be that extremist, but it's also important as humans as we find our way back to ground.
Yeah. What really matters?
Because we're getting older and we finally have that opportunity to vote, to have our own opinions. We are growing up and we have that chance, but now that we're all, again, growing up and we're realizing that, I don't know, just that claim really, like, shot me in the face.
Yeah,
It was like,
it's easy to get wrapped up in ideas.
Exactly, and it's just important that I'm appreciative that now we're kind of stepping back to earth and being like, okay,
yeah,
like, this is what's happening, now we can find that balance, because it's important. We have to kind of fall off the edge to get back.
You do, yeah, definitely. And I do feel like, you know what, and I feel like society mirrors that often. I do feel like I'm an avid person. I think about this actually all the time. In society, I do feel like we've gone in extremes. It goes in waves. It goes in really extreme this way, really extreme that way, really extreme this way, really extreme that way, with different ideologies. That's how we've grown as humans. We in society, in our government, in our political ideologies, it's gone to extremes. It's never been neutral, in my opinion. I mean, it's been neutral sometimes, but in the real arguments, the conversations that matter, it's been extremes. And I do feel like it's kind of a good thing that we've gone so far left in our ideologies, because we haven't been like that in a very long time. But we do have to make our way back, and I do think we will. I do feel like it's important to see, like Coral said, it's important to see all sides. Like, we've seen everything, and I do trust that our generation, we're fucking revolutionary, and I feel that in my bones. Like, we're the change, and we have a perspective that no other generation has been given. We've kind of been, like, drugged through the mud, and I'm only 19. Like, life has not been the easiest to me, and it's not going to be easy to me when I'm older. I can't afford anything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a job because AI is going to take away my creative abilities. Like, we're going to have to find a middle ground, and we're going to have to, what really matters is community and loving one another.
Exactly.
Where we're really going to need to pay attention to is compassion. Compassion for humans. If we keep staying divided and we keep slut-shaming anyone, women in specific, we will never get anywhere.
Exactly.
If we keep talking about Sydney Sweeney and her fucking jeans like it matters, like it really matters, because there's so much, there's so much more that we could be talking about in the world.
There is so much more happening in this damn world than what she's wearing. What she's wearing. And what's happening.
I'm not gonna get crazy political, but we should be talking about war and genocide more than we're talking about Sydney Sweeney and her fucking jeans.
Because she's not causing violence. Others are.
It's just...
And yet we're redirecting our eyes to things that do not matter.
Yeah.
just because it's trendy, just because it's big, we should still be focusing on the other things.
And it's not trendy because it's not trendy for a good reason. It's trendy because it's a woman and we hate women. Like, that's it. We have our heads in the wrong place, and we need to bring it back to humans and love. We need to find love for each other.
Yep.
We need to turn our eyes away from me versus you and us versus
The G word.
God.
The government. All I'm saying in my head right now is that one video of the 3 ladies sitting in front of the camera that's like,
Real women vote for Trump. We don't need no liberal Trump. Yeah, real women.
me dancing is satire, don't take this serious. Don't clip me, please.
What are they fighting for, actually? What are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? Today's homework, sit with yourself, find love.
We love the earth.
Sit with your mom, find love. Sit with your enemy. Sit with Sydney Sweeney, find love.
And while you're at it, go check out our other videos.
Woo! Okay, bye.
Love you. And that's it for the We'll Figure It Out podcast. And that's it for the We'll Figure It Out podcast. I'm Coral.
Emma.
And go check out our social medias and more for more videos. Really watch our last video. We hope you enjoyed the Hot Wings one.
I don't think you understand. I've been like pooping fire for like 3 days.
Yeah. My tummy hurts.